podcast. I didn't know where you were going with it, and so I hit record. Now you look like a frog because your eyes are so big.
Yeah, doop.
What? Doop. Hi y'all. It's we're recording an hour later than what we said because I thought today was Wednesday, so I thought I had another day to watch all of our episodes, and guess what? It's not Wednesday.
It's not. It's Thursday.
Do I sound right? Am I on the right mic?
I think so.
I sound fine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it says it. I don't know. I thought I sounded funny. Whatever. It's one of those weeks, days, years.
It's one of them weeks.
When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year.
Oh, anyway. I was not going for that.
I know, but I was
cool.
Cool. So if you want to know where we are mentally, that summed it up.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Bridget. Oh yeah. By the way, you're listening to Gateway Anime Podcast, and we're watching Your Lie in April.
Guess what? It's not April no-mo.
It's May.
We should have watched this in April.
Yeah, well, the dice didn't say that, so.
Well, they were wrong.
You like my headband? Look, it's Blackbeard.
Oh, look, Gay Pirates.
Have you started watching the show yet?
I started watching it. They're friends now, kind of. But Blackbeard is not actually his friend. He has dark intentions. So.
What episode number are you on?
I don't know, like 3, probably.
3's where it all changes and you get hooked.
That's where the gay starts.
That's where the gay starts. Yes.
I see.
End of episode 3, you're like, oh,
love?
Is this? It's like intro to it, and then you're like, is this show gonna go there? And the show, it's amazing. It's Taika Waititi, Riz Darby. It's on HBO. Everybody, please watch it because I'm begging HBO to make a season 2. Because
Taika Waititi is just so very attractive.
And then with that bearded hair, like
it's not right.
No, he's like in all leather, long hair, big. He's stunning to look at.
Gorgeous.
So if any bit of the male species is attractive to you, that is a really good one to look at in this show. And Riz Darby's actually really attractive in this show too, in his little frillies.
Like, if anyone were to say the word daddy to me, no context needed. Just say, oh, daddy. I'd be like, oh yeah, Taika Waititi is Blackbeard. Like, instantly. That's daddy. Taika, you're daddy. Daddy of the week.
Oh, I forgot we had that.
Daddy of the week.
Well, there we go, everybody. After a long, 6-month hiatus, Daddy of the Week is Taika Waititi this week.
It's because the term daddy had to be redefined before we could actually appreciate it for what it is.
Thanks to Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac for embracing daddy into even further of mainstream culture.
Daddy's a state of mind. Just like hot girl is a state of mind.
Did you see that, girls? I can't. Her name's like Elise something. She's like, hot is a state of mind. I choose to be hot. She's like in her pajamas sitting in the bathtub just eating. And I was like, bless.
That was everything to me.
Truth. She spoke the truth.
Oh, also, we have a new soda to try.
Oh, yeah. Mine's in my fridge. Do we need to go get that?
Yes.
Let's pause real quick.
Sorry. I hope you caught that.
I missed that. No, I don't think I did, but Lauren burped. So we have our new soda. Apparently, this is our new side thing we do.
So hilariously, the soda you gave me exploded in my car.
Yeah, if you leave it in there, it's really hot. Lauren.
Yeah, I left it in there for exactly a day because I forgot about it. And it exploded. Yep. It was so bad. The top of it, completely peeled off of the can, just exploded over everything.
I've made that mistake only once in my life.
Love. Mm-hmm. I know now, but Mason was kind enough to buy me.
Oh,
so
shout out to Mason, our official like soda partner of this podcast.
He's my
we need an official title for Mason.
He's my work husband.
Work husband and soda aficionado.
Guru? Soda aficionado. Is he a Sauvignon?
A soda Sauvignon. TM. That was
TM.
so loud.
You're welcome. Sorry, everybody. There was tape on that.
But basically, we're trying Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. And it's Jurassic World
not themed. Excited.
I have
nothing in my body is excited about this.
So, fun story. I bought a 12-pack of these, gave one to Lauren. I have drank like majority of this 12-pack because
I'm assuming you like it.
I do like it. But I think this was a flavor when I was a kid. I don't know if I'm making this up, but I'm 99% sure Dr. Pepper's had this flavor before. And so I thought I liked it. I don't know. I got really excited when I saw a new flavor at HEB and I was like, gotta keep one for Lauren. So I'm going to open mine.
I guess I'm going to open mine.
Yeah, we got to have different ASMRs. There you go.
That was a good crack.
That was a good one.
It smells crazy.
It smells like it's some fake berry, but it reminds me of summer. And smells are like one of the biggest like memory drivers, smells and sounds. And so this smells like summer. And I think I was camping in Garner State Park.
It smells like Kool-Aid.
All right, Lauren, I want to see you try it first because I already know I like this. If you're not watching our YouTube channel, you're wrong. Well, words. Second sip. That was a test sip. Control. That was the control. This is variable number 1. Thoughts?
It pisses me off that it's actually kind of good.
I just love that. Lord, what are your thoughts on the flavor? The flavor pisses me off.
It's actually pretty good. And
yeah, it's great, right? I like it.
It makes me like physically angry.
This is way better than what that Stardust Coke was. Another reason Dr. Pepper is superior.
I could drink a 12-pack of this. I'm mad about it. But I could drink it.
Thank you, Universal Studios and Jurassic World, for bringing back a good flavor.
Thanks,
now,
Mason.
Coke could bring back cinnamon.
Drink this.
Thank you, Mason, our soda aficionado, our soda Sauvignon. Also, still put in that work request for Coke cinnamon, and we'll be fine. Just really determined to have that one back.
I'm like angry right now. Like that really just ticked me off. I don't know why.
You got a good one.
I got the spices. I'm just like unhappy.
Maybe it's because you're a little gremlin that's balled up right now.
I made the mistake of closing my eyes for a moment after Bridget told me she had to. Okay, well, Bridget called. I was about to get up, and she was like, "Hey, I have to watch stuff." And I said, "You know what? Dope. I'm gonna close my eyes for a minute." And then I woke up 10 minutes after she texted me she was finished. So I'm tired.
And I texted you I was finished while still finishing an episode.
Yeah, which is that was good because I was asleep.
You know what? I was trying to time it out just in case your computer was being wonky. I was like, I have time.
That was safe.
Yeah.
Safe assumption.
I literally had to watch all 4 Your Lie episodes and the one more Naruto episode. I was like, well, we're going to fit this in an hour, folks.
Wow. You really super procrastinated that, dude.
Bro, like the burnout's real, man. I need to do simple tasks and they're so hard. I did take all the recycling out because I just had this giant pile of like broken down cardboard boxes by my door. I did take that out today.
Proud of you.
I organized my fridge, you saw that. So I'm doing like everything but the things I need to do, which is if you have ADHD, but you absolutely know what I'm doing. Like, you procrastinate the things you need to do and find other tasks. I just think I'm hitting like TV burnout because I was using it as a coping and now it's not helping.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been rewatching Stranger Things, but rewatching means it's just on in the background while I'm doing everything. And every once in a while, like something big will happen and I'll look at it.
You should read. Reading helps me whenever I get all overstimulated. I
need to, but every time I read now, I fall asleep.
Maybe that's good.
Yeah, I need to. I also am on a bad sleep schedule. So I'm adjusting to living alone again. I say adjusting. I did this when I lived alone last time. But I don't have routines and I have a really hard time staying on a routine. But I'm really good at it if there's other people that have their own routine, like that I live with. Like my parents had a routine, and so I like vibed off theirs. When they woke up, I kind of woke up. When they went to bed, I would go to bed. And so it created a like circadian rhythm for me. But with nobody else here, it's like I glance at the clock and it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I have to be awake at 8. What am I doing? Or on a weekend, I'll go to bed at 4 and wake up at like still at like 11. And I'm like, I'm just tired all the time. I don't know what's happening. I just have a horrible rhythm.
Uh-huh.
But I did buy tickets to Disney World today. So in September, I'm going with Nora and her friend Cindy, who does Disney all the time. And my friend Chrissy, who used to work with me at Draft House, is probably going to go too. But it's just like fly in Friday, stay that whole weekend, fly back out on Monday. But like fly in Friday morning so I can spend all day in the park, fly out Monday evening so I can spend all day in the park. So that I can see the 50th anniversary stuff. And I got tickets to the Halloween party, and I've been wanting to go to the Halloween party since like 10, 15 years ago. So, you know what? YOLO on being an adult and making dumb purchases that are going to be real fun. All right. So we're watching a show. Just throw that out there. Your Lie in April. Lauren, we watched episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8.
What? I'm kidding. No, yeah. What if I had watched like the ones after that?
Bruh, I'd like that one time for Attack on Titan when I didn't realize I had watched 2 episodes and it was very, very.
Yeah, that's a real confusing time. Real confusing.
You were just quietly sitting there, and then I didn't know for the next week until I'm watching the episodes. Like,
what? I had assumed that I had like missed something. Because, we had already watched that. Like, we'd both already seen it. So I was like, oh, maybe I just forgot about that part. Like, crazy. And then it happened next week. And I was like, oh.
I text you like, am I psycho? Or did I accidentally do this last week? My brain was like, something's wrong. You knew the future.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that this time.
No.
So episode 5, Gray Skies. You got some descriptions for us?
I have a Funimation summary. Would you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna give it to you.
Thanks.
Here we go. All right. Kaori is receiving. She's recovering. She ain't receiving nothing. I'm tired. Here we go. Kaori is recovering from her accident after her performance, and Kause, Watari, and Tsubaki are starting to realize that new feelings are brewing in their group, which is not wrong.
That is accurate. That's also not a bad description.
Nah.
Here we go. So it starts with a flashback of all of them when they're little, and I was trying to use voice notes to take notes, and I quickly had to stop because it says Kosei instead of Kusei, like Cosay. And I was like, well, that didn't work. And Kusei is afraid to jump off the bridge because his mom will be mad if he's wet during a piano lesson. But they convince him / Tsubaki shoves him into the water off the bridge, and he hits his head and they're all scared, but then he kind of like wakes up and he's super excited and was having fun. And then we flash back to now. They all walk into the hospital room, and Kaori is getting a sponge bath with an F, and has her shirt off, and they're all panicking. And she's like, the one time I had my shirt off for 5 minutes. She said she's never passed out like that before, and that her dad's being a drama llama, which I thought was funny. And they're running tests. But she said she's been anemic most of her life, and she doesn't think it's a big deal. They didn't make it to the next round because of all their issues, stopping mid-performance. Kusei had his issues with it, and Kusei thinks it's all his fault. Kaori asks Kusei if he's played much lately, and he says he wishes she'd just chew him out because it'd be easier to handle rather than her making him feel his feels and be very empathetic towards him. Watari is calling a bunch of girls while him and Tsubaki are standing outside of the hospital, seeing if they want to hang out. And that's just a background moment, but I thought it was really funny. And then we pan over. Kusei's walking home after school one day. Watari is practicing soccer, and he makes a goal, and he's doing really good. He's the captain of the soccer team. And he runs up to the fence and tells Kusei, like, did you see me? Did you see me do that? And Kusei realizes that Watari has Kaori's phone number because he's going to text her that he is really good or made that goal, I guess. And it makes Kusei a bit jealous. He doesn't think that she could like him. And Watari starts telling him, like, hey, the way y'all both played so passionately makes me want to be passionate in what I do. And you've, like, inspired me, which I thought was a very sweet little moment. So it starts raining. I mean, this episode is called Gray Skies. And so everybody's kind of like in their feels because the weather is affecting them, but also because there are feelings. Kusei feelings.
Talking about the wives.
Where did that come from?
It's from the end of Shrek, the original Shrek movie. Yeah. Whenever they're doing the like karaoke thing, one of the minions, it's after the
minion.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Yeah.
It goes feelings, and before they let him finish the song, Donkey breaks in to YMCA.
That's a very specific bit of that you just spouted out, and I'm proud of you. Because Shrek is a national treasure, and it should be brought up more.
Does anyone else have constant Shrek flashbacks, or is that just me?
I'm on Shrek talk right now, and I would like to be off of it because it's not as enjoyable as you think. It just makes me very scared for people.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of that. I'm good.
It's because of She-Hulk, and then they like how bad the animation was, and they Shrek'd her.
No.
And
oh no.
Internet. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. All right.
No.
If you don't know what that is, Google it.
No, don't tell children to Google Shrek is love.
My brother did it in middle school.
I did too, because they didn't know any better.
Okay. So, Kusei thinks of Kaori telling him that he can't forget the piano because it was like his universe, and she's determined to help him overcome his trauma with it. We realize it's actually a lie that Kaori says she hasn't passed out before. She totally has. She says it quietly in the hospital when she's by herself, and so we know she's probably hiding a medical diagnosis, but we don't know what. It alludes to it. Tsubaki hasn't been herself the past few days, and everybody's just also kind of in this funk. The old captain of their baseball team shows up while Tsubaki is walking home. What's his name? I wrote his name down later.
Sato senpai.
Sato, thank you. And runs into her, and you can see he's kind of blushing, and he's like asking Tsubaki how she is, but she's kind of like in this other universe because she's really thinking about Kusei all the time because she got the feels for him, which we kind of learned in the last few episodes. She says that she used to have a crush on him, but then he left. So her love for him melted away like the snow. And she thought those days were long gone. While she's talking to him now, she's saying, like, I don't really have these feelings anymore. Like, they're not coming back. Like, he's very attractive. He's very pretty, but I'm not feeling the same way I used to feel about him. And she asks, why is her heart not doing backflips? Which I really liked, because sometimes you do have this big crush and you remember in your life it was such a big crush, and then you meet this person again and you're like, it's weird. Like that feeling doesn't exist anymore, but I remember that feeling, but I don't feel it anymore. So that's fun. So Kusei runs into Kaori while she's on a bridge. She's playing hopscotch with those cute little kids. And he didn't get her a congratulations, you're out of the hospital gift. And so she like hits him and starts crying, and he's freaking out because she's crying and really upset about it, which is a fun manipulation tactic. And he says, Sahara, I'll do anything for you. And she goes, anything? And he goes, sure. And she's like, good, because now you're going to enter into this piano competition. And he was like, what? No, anything else? But too late. And so she tells him, you got to do it, man. And take a deep breath and dive in. And then he jumps off the bridge into the water with her, just like in the beginning of the episode. And it's very metaphorical. And that is that episode.
Huzzah!
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 It was sweet. It was short. It's right now. A lot of the episodes we're about to watch are more sentimental visual stuff. So my notes are kind of short.
Well, I only have one thing, and that is the voice actor for Saito Senpai.
Is his name Senpai or Senpai?
His name is Saito, but
M or
Senpai. I don't know. I think it's an N. Senpai.
Like Senpai? Like, yes, Senpai.
No, that's just what she calls him. That's not his name. I just said it because he is her senpai.
Saito. Got it. What does senpai mean? This is
senpai mean. It's like
an endearment term,
right? It's an honorary term. Like you give that term to your superiors.
Okay.
So like people older than you, that'd be your senpai.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like your teacher is your senpai. Crap like that.
Interesting.
So it's an honorary.
I definitely thought it was a lot more sexual or emotional. But
no, that's why Bakugo gets so mad at Izuku for calling him Kachan, because Chan means your like friend, your equal, and it's a childish thing. So it's not like he's being disrespectful because they've known each other for a long time, but he should be like respect, put some respect on my name. You know what I mean? That's why he's such a butt about it.
Oh.
Chan.
No. I know. I was like, Chan.
But I have Saito, whose English voice actor I have gone over before. But it was in the My Hero Academia episode. So
it's a bonus episode.
Have decided to give you these people again, but also because I love Robbie Damon, who is the voice of Saito. And if
he's on Critical Role.
Robbie Damon?
Yeah,
he's absolutely amazing. He is the voice of Goro Akechi in Persona 5, and I'm obsessed with him. But he's also Flecked Turn in My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. He is Megumi Fishijiro in Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's
of course,
why,
Goro Akechi in Persona 5. He is Hahanazuka in Demon Slayer, Sword Guy. I still don't know how to say his name correctly.
Like Tenjin? Tenjin?
No.
Sword Guy. Who do you mean by
Hahanazuka? He's the guy that makes the swords.
Oh, that makes the swords. Got it.
He is Jesse in Infinity Train, which is an absolutely excellent show. And he's also Smokey in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency. And of course, his probably most known character, he is Mamoru Chiba or Tuxedo Mask in Sailor Moon. And his Japanese voice actor is Kazuyuki Oikatsu. Yep. And he plays Jonathan Joestar in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood. Please check out episode 28 of Gateway Anime Podcast if you would like to know more about this man.
He's also in Naruto.
He is in Naruto.
I don't remember who.
I don't either.
Mitsuki, I think.
I'm sure it'll show up.
But yeah, he is a big reoccurring guest star, and I think he might be a regular now in the new season of Critical Role.
I'm obsessed with Robbie Daymond. I would know his voice literally anywhere. As soon as I finished Persona 5, I started watching Infinity Train because I was like, oh, it's a sweet cartoon. Like, this will be good for me. And then immediately he started talking, and I said, friends, because that's my favorite Koro Akechi line. Because he starts freaking out at Joker because he says that they're friends. And he's like, we're not friends. I don't need friends. And I'm like, I'm actually obsessed with
I think the last time you did his voice, you did
I did, and you got real weird at me, and I was like, you would know. If Robbie Daymond was here, he would laugh.
He's in Hunter x Hunter also.
Yes.
Frollo, Lucifer, Montreux.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a lot of things.
He is really pretty also, and very fashionable.
Love Robbie Daymond. I follow him on TikTok. That's how much I like him.
I need to follow him on TikTok. I follow him on Instagram. Because I follow all the Critical Role people on there. Of course. But I like, because I didn't know, I didn't watch Critical Role the last time you covered him. So it's new for me.
Whenever we use our Twitch and I make you play through Persona 5 with me, I will express to you how much I adore Goro Akechi. The end. Okay, got it. Yeah. I was going to say another thing about him, and now I don't remember. That he's perfect and wonderful.
I thought I couldn't say. I don't know. Okay. Well, it'll come to me like mid-sentence that you're talking, probably. Dang, I don't remember. He's Peter Parker in the Spider-Man series right now. Mm-hmm. Whatever. My brain doesn't work. Okay.
Well, here's your episode 6 summary for On the Way Home. You ready?
On the Way Home.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Kaori is pushing Kosei to his limits in an attempt to bring back his musical skills. Tsubaki has to figure out where her feelings are pointing her. The end.
Gotta push it to the limit. Because we're in it to win it. We're in it to win it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Push it. I remember the song. I obviously don't remember it as much as you do. But I remember it.
Corbin Blue, and I think it's called Push It. I don't know. It's that jump rope song.
Yeah.
Right?
From Jump In.
Jump In! There we go.
The Disney Channel original movie with Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer and Corbin Blue.
Corbin Blue.
Old school Kiki Palmer. Before she was a TikTok sensation.
Is she a TikTok sensation now? I don't know. Crap, apparently. So I know she's about to be in that Jordan Peele movie, and I'm very excited.
She keeps saying things, and TikTok keeps like auto-tuning it.
I
know. It ain't the stallion. You know it's your girl. That's Kiki interviewing Megan Thee Stallion.
Shut up. I didn't know where that came from.
She's doing a red carpet thing, and then I know it ain't the stallion. You know it's your girl.
Love it.
That's what Kiki naturally did when Megan Thee Stallion walked up.
I'm obsessed.
And then she also did that. I don't know this man. I'm sorry to him, but I don't know this man. Because they were like on the Good Morning America. They were holding like a picture of a really famous person. I don't remember who it was. She was like, I don't know this man. I'm sorry to him, but I don't know this man. It was so funny. I love Kiki Palmer.
Oh, what a gem.
She was great in the Scream TV series. And I think people are way too harsh on that series. I know the first one was me, but come on. Anyway,
I'm not
on the way
home. Anything because it's mean. And we don't have to get into it today.
Except for I have that one lovely TikTok of the person in the background that's supposed to be like whatever the typographer person in a courtroom is. And she's
stenographer.
She's just doing this, but her fingers aren't even touching the pad or the keyboard. And they're not making patterns. They're just doing this wave. And I was like, I know they type in shorthand, but you're not even touching anything. And I have the video saved because I think it's so funny.
I have a secret ambition to become a stenographer, so that like physically hurts me.
I'll send you the video.
I'm in pain. Okay.
Oh, okay, here we go. So this episode, it starts with another flashback, and Tsubaki is having to carry Kusei home after the whole bridge jumping thing because he skinned his knee. But she twisted her ankle and is still carrying him home, even though she has like a worse injury and more painful one. So we're back to the present time. Kusei's dad is away on business a lot, so it's normally just him at home, which is even more depressing. This poor kid has so much emotional trauma, and he's just alone at home all the time. So Kaori's over there, and she's like going to get dry clothes so that she doesn't have to go home in wet clothes and dry off because they're like right next to his house. And she finds the old piano room, and it's just dusty and a mess. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She cleans off all the clutter and like tells the piano she's so sorry that it's being treated this way. The window's open, and Kaori doesn't know that Tsubaki is Kusei's neighbor. And so Tsubaki sees Kaori in Kusei's shirt, no pants, and wet hair. And she is just like mad, jealous, and was like, what is happening next door? She doesn't know they were just jumping off the bridge. So the next day, Tsubaki is like struggling with playing baseball and stuff because she's really jealous. And so her and Kaori are walking home, and Tsubaki says that she doesn't really want to see Kusei like suffer. She wants him to play the piano again, but she doesn't want him to be in so much pain. And Kaori says he's going through scars and ripping off scabs right now. He's got to be in pain in order to address the things that he's pushed down, which is, you know, that's why you go to therapy, because that's so true. And
so
nice to have someone guide you.
Speaking of ripping off scabs, did I tell you about this?
I don't know. I don't know where this is going.
So speaking of scabs and childhood trauma.
I was like, I don't know where this is going. So maybe no, I don't know.
Quick pause. I was talking to Will the other day about this thing that happened to me when I was a kid, thinking that this was a normal thing.
That whatever you think that it never is.
So here's the deal. When I was a kid, I fell off my bike. Riding down a very large hill. I skid down that hill with my bike on top of me for quite a bit of the way. I still have the scar on my knee. It was very much deeper than it should have been, and I probably should have gone to a hospital, but I realize now that my parents were poor and probably didn't have insurance. That's why I did not go to the hospital. So we didn't have any bandages that were big enough to cover it in the house, but I did have a little brother who was wearing diapers. So we threw a diaper over it and like wrapped it around and all this crap.
That's pretty nifty. I mean, that works the same.
Yeah. So we first aided it pretty good. We washed it, we peroxided it, all this stuff. And then a scab formed over it. And for that entire week, I have vivid memories of my parents picking the scab off. Yeah, so every night they would pour peroxide on it, let the scab get kind of wet, and then they'd peel it off.
It's not what you're supposed to do.
And see, I know that now.
Lauren.
But I have like vivid memories of my mom holding me down as I cried, and my dad peeling off my scab.
No.
And I don't know.
I don't want this.
Why that was a thing.
I don't want this, Lauren.
But I thought this was a completely normal thing. I said it to Will, and he's just looking at me horrified. Just like
I would be too. I am.
And I haven't asked my parents about it yet because I don't know what they're gonna say.
Yuck.
But that is something that happened when I was a kid. I was like 7.
Yeah.
I remember that a lot. And this is for like a whole week. They just peeled off my scab.
I don't want this. I don't want this.
And it was big, dude. It was like yay big. Yeah.
I don't want that.
And I Googled like reasons to peel off scab. There isn't any.
No, you're not supposed to.
So I don't know why my parents did that. But
well,
yeah.
Now that we all have trauma from your trauma, ugh.
So I need to go to a therapist probably.
For your scab. Ugh.
I'm still very upset.
Can we change the subject?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm
sorry.
So sorry to do that to you, but I'm really grossed out. I just want to cry. I'm just like, ugh.
I had to share. It was literally both of the
You
things.
didn't have to.
I did
though.
You're talking about scabs and trauma, and I was like, "Oh, I have a scab trauma."
It was metaphorical scabs.
Well, mine were real.
Anyway, after that gross pause, I'll put a trigger warning in this episode. So I'm all flustered. Tsubaki's walking home and she's thinking about her and Kusei, but then also Kusei and Kaori. And so because of this and this complicated feeling, she calls Saito and asks him to be her boyfriend. Even though I think that's so messed up because she doesn't like him like that. But he does like her like that. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Tsubaki is struggling to focus because of the thoughts of them, and Tsubaki is just like on this date with Saito at this little bakery, and she's going on and on and on about Kusei, and like he's really polite and he laughs and he's like, "You're really going on about Kusei," and I'm like, "Bro, that's so mean to him." She says that her and Kusei were a team, but now she's feeling very sidelined. It was always them growing up, and now it's not. It's him and Kaori because they have this musical tie that she can't relate to with that. Kusei knew that Tsubaki hurt her ankle when she was playing baseball, so he carries her back home and says, "Look, this is just like when we were kids, but now I'm carrying you, but you still have the ankle injury. You're still the same old Tsubaki." And she's like, "I'm not." And I was like,
I love Tsubaki. Like, love her.
This next moment made me like fall in love with her. So she starts sobbing because she was playing baseball and she was so distracted she lost the game and it caused her whole team to lose. And she just like Kusei's being so sweet to her and saying like, "I'm always here for you. It's always us." And so she opens up and just starts sobbing, like while he's piggyback, like carrying her. And so she's just like crying into his shoulder about she feels horrible for the team. She's the reason they lost. And she's saying like, "This whole time I'm feeling so sad, but why do the stars seem brighter? I can smell his hair."
This is the moment that I was like, I don't need Kaori. I need Kaosei
I want Tsubaki and Kusei
to fall in love.
They're going to
so
at the end.
Sweet.
Because
I adore them.
They're going to in the end because Kaori's going to die. Calling it now. I have not read any spoilers. Y'all don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. That's just what I assume is happening. At the end of the episode, Kusei has a piano rival who hears he's back to playing and is vigorously practicing. Bam, bam, bam. And that's how the episode ends.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I again only have one new character. It is Tsubaki's buddy. Her name is Neo Kashiwagi.
Oh yeah, the girl she was walking home with when she first ran into Saito.
Yes.
It was not an accidental run-in.
No, it was not.
Twas not.
Her English voice actor is Julianne Taylor. She plays Holly Cujo in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders, and Millie Ashford in Code Geass. The Japanese voice actor is Shuzaka Ishigami, and she plays Oh my goodness. Inkumio. Sorry, it's been a while since I've watched Food Wars. Inkumio Mito in Food Wars. Maki in Demons. Makio in Demon Slayer.
Makio, yeah.
Makio.
Which one is Makio?
She's the butterfly lady.
Oh,
yeah. She plays. Oh, and I put this down for our boy Sam. She plays Ayame Keijo. Keijo is better. In a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes
Sam,
doesn't exist.
Your show.
So we will see her again.
I had Michael read the concept for that show, and he laughed so hard, and he's like, "I'm gonna have to watch this show." So,
okay,
good news.
Okay, Sam, we'll see you.
Michael had never heard of it either, and then when he stayed the night after we went to the tiki place, Lauren and Michael and I went to a tiki place. It was
Me and Michael got wasted and started screaming about.
Y'all weren't wasted, but man, did y'all get loud. Oi. They got loud talking about anime, and I, being the only sober one there, was like, you're screaming.
We had an excellent time. But me and Michael would definitely be a little toasty. And I liked that. We bonded. It was nice.
Look, that's all it took was really expensive food and drinks.
And screaming.
That were amazing. And I got that coffee cup.
So happy for you.
I went online and was like, yes. Why wouldn't they just sell me one now?
Because consumerism isn't a thing, even though it is a thing. I don't know. I'm tired. Don't listen to me. I had my scabs pulled off as a child.
Yes. Sorry for headphone listeners. Golly. Episode 7, The Shadows Whisper. Lauren, did you read us the thing yet? No.
Read
it.
Ow.
Read it, scab lady.
Stop trying to put
scab lady.
The May How music competition has started, and Kosei is starting to feel his fears catching up with him. At the same time, some old rivals have appeared and are set on competing with Kosei. Okay. Here
we go. The Shadows Whisper. So the cat's talking to Kosei about the competition being around the corner again and psyching him out. This cat keeps psyching him out. Also, we're about to get to a really sad cat story. Trigger warning for anybody, because I almost turned this off and was like, hey, Lauren, we're going to record later. Because I was really upset by this. Watari's soccer team also lost. And everybody's like, dang, we're all in a funk. Why are we all losing? What's happening? Kosei is...
Also, can we just say that Watari is just the sweetest,
he was really nice about it. He was like, yeah, it's okay.
Let's lifting up his team. I was like,
he's a good boy.
This is a whole sports anime that I am willing to watch.
It's good sportsmanship losing. So Kosei is running laps in PE and passes out flat on his face because he's been so obsessed with learning this recital music that he forgot to eat. So they take him to the nurse's office, and Kaori is like freaking out. She's like, where's Brende? Where is he? And runs in, and he's just sitting there like eating a sandwich. Apparently he has scarfed down 5 egg sandwiches that Tsubaki made him. Oh, but also, where did she get 5 egg sandwiches from in the middle of the school day?
Seems
legit. Like, go bully the lunch teacher to boil some eggs.
I need to make eggs.
Lunch teacher, lady, lunch, whatever. So then he's walking out. Kaori's walking him home, and they see the black cat, and he all of a sudden just feels sick and is like barfing. And she's like, dude, what's your deal? So he explains this really sad cat story. Warning. He explains that he had a cat named Chelsea, and he feels really guilty. And one of the few memories he has of his mom is with this cat. He was petting the cat, and he maybe overpet the cat, which, you know, me in my life with Peggy all the time. My hands are always scratched up. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all those scratches. I mess with her all the time. And scratched his hand. And those are his piano hands, which I wish I could say
as opposed to all of his other hands.
Those are his the money makers. It's like in
piano hands.
Zoolander when he's got his hand in that case. That is how Kusei's mom treats his hands. So because of that, his mom takes the cat the next day and goes and abandons it in some park outside. Kusei feels so guilty because he says he should have said something. He should have done something. I mean, hindsight's 2020. Also, it was your abuser that did it. But oh my gosh, the cat was just thrown out in a park. I can't even imagine. I have made myself sick imagining Peggy lost somewhere or if someone took her, and I cannot. Like, once I get a cat, no matter how many problems that cat has, that cat is with me for life. It's so sad. Okay, so the competition is tomorrow. Kusei still can't hear notes, but he is practicing because Kaori gave him this big pep talk on, like, you have to decide how you're going to play before you play, so that no matter what happens, you have that mindset and you will play like that. It's a famous quote. Our band directors used to say it all the time. You have to decide the mood in your performance before you even play a note. So Kusei's number in the competition is 265, like Mozart's 265th, whatever, which is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, ABC. It's what Lauren said in the first or second episode we talked about. So a bunch of
his song.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. They said Mozart.
No, he's doing Chopin.
No, I'm saying his number is 265. Like Mozart's 265.
I thought you meant like his.
No. He's doing Chopin. Yeah. No. She says his competition number is 265. Like Mozart's 265, which is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
So come on, Lauren, pay attention to the whole
sentence.
This is very unrelated.
I swear,
it's not about scabs. It's not about scabs. It's not about scabs. When I was working at Evo, so I was an adult, scab-free adult.
Stop saying the word. It's done.
It's the way you said 265. It's because, so obviously you know the song Get Low.
Yeah.
And you know it's 369.
Yeah.
Panty line. So
panty
line. I had a kid.
No, it's not panty line.
I know, but I always say panty line. It's just life. It rhymes.
That's not the word, but all right. Your stories are really just off the wall tonight. And a lot of things you assume are normal, say it casually, and then it's very not.
Bridget, I'm just trying to share my life with you. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Do you want friendship? What is this? Well, when I was working at Evo, there was this one kid whose like number code was 369, and I would always sing Get Low every time I did it. And now anytime I did. And now every time I like hear a cadence of that, I sing Get Low in my head. So thank you for that. To the window.
You're welcome, but also I'm so confused by you. Okay. Here we go.
I guess I'll never share anything about myself again.
It was just like so bizarre. I just said 265 and you're like, hey, I got this fun story of 369. And then you were like, yeah, and I sang this song. So you sing the song, but it's wrong. So it's just like this weird spiral of events here. And are you sure there's no alcohol in your drink?
I'm positive this is all pure exhaustion and caffeine. That's where I'm at. I also have not really eaten today, and it's almost 11 at night. So,
well, you should eat 5 egg sandwiches.
I might, but then I'll barf and cry about a cat, and I don't know if I can do that today.
Same. All right. So there's a bunch of old competitors at this recital, and they're really mad that Kusei is like ignoring them. They're like, oh, he's back, and he's just ignoring us, but he's actually not ignoring them. He doesn't remember them. He doesn't know them. He's just awkward because when he would go to these as a kid, he was just like under his mother's control and like a puppet and traumatized. And it's so sad because they're ready to have beef and he's just trying to stay alive. So younger people tend to want emotion in their music, they're saying, and that's why a lot of the judges really liked Kusei, because they called him like a human metronome, his mother's puppet, and he plays it exactly as it's written, while a lot of the younger competitors will have their feelings, their flow, and their emotion and let it take over them, which is what Kaori does, and does it so amazingly that people are obsessed with it. But the judges hate it, so she gets low scores. The girl says that Kusei didn't forget about them. The truth is, he didn't know them because his mom controlled him so much. We'll meet that girl named Emmy in the next episode. Takashi, who has beef with Kusei, won last year's competition. He's got some Clay Aiken hair.
I love Takashi.
And he is making himself out to be Kusei's number one competitor. And that was the episode.
So I've got some voice actors. First, I've got Takashi Azai.
That's not how they said it, but I don't remember how they said it.
I don't remember how they said it.
I just know it wasn't that, but I also cannot tell you the correct version. So we'll say it's that.
Azia.
Azai? Is she?
It's Azia. You tell me what that is.
Nah, you good.
Okay, cool. Well, Takashi, I immediately loved him, and I was like, wow, I wonder why. And that's because his Japanese voice actor is Yuki Kaji. If you don't know who that is Eren Yeager. That is my favorite voice actor. So check out episode 19 of Get Way Out of the Podcast if you want me to rant.
He's Eren Yeager in the Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a second, that's Bryce Papenbrook, and that was not him.
That was not English Bryce's voice. Is Eric Kimir, and he plays some guy in Demon Slayer with a weird name. He's the snake guy, I think. His name is Obani Iguro. So he's the snake guy.
You will learn to absolutely.
Nope. He also plays Ryota Kai in Kuroko's Basketball. Speedo Sound Sonic in One Punch Man.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sonic.
No. B-Cell and Cells at Work. Chiruki Hanazawa.
Is that like
Blood Cells?
Osmosis Jones?
Pretty much, but anime.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm interested.
He plays Teruki Hanazawa in Mob Psycho 100. Excellent show. Bridget will hate it. Still love it so much. And my boy, my sweet, sweet boy, the best of all boys, Ryuji Takazu in Toradora. I love Ryuji. When I force you to watch Toradora, you'll see. I
don't like when you tell me force you to watch. When we watch it together, it'll make it on the list. Come on.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't like being told what to do. It's very rebellious thing. The more you tell me to do something, the more I don't want to do something. So
yeah, I'm aware. But do you know how much you tell me to do stuff?
Yeah, it's like very hypocritical of me.
You tell me that I have to do something.
You have to watch Our Flag Means Death. You have to finish Attack on Titan.
Then shut up.
I'm very aware it's hypocritical, and my therapist and I have talked about it. And you know what? It's the controlling and non-controlling side of me at fighting.
Well, I guess as long as you know.
I am self-aware. I do try and work on it. But at the same time, I want people to share my passion.
Just so you know, that's frustrating.
I absolutely understand that. And that is very valid.
I also have his piano teacher. His name is Akira Takayanagi. Akira Takayanagi. No, his English voice actor is Michael. Oh my gosh, his last name is almost as hard as all the Japanese last names. It's Sinterniklaas. This is the English voice actor, Michael Sinterniklaas.
Spell it.
Sinterniklaas.
It's German.
Yeah. Did I say it? Okay.
I have to see it. SINK
T-E-R Niklaas.
Sinterklaas.
Okay, I wasn't that bad. We're working on it.
No, that wasn't bad. I mean, you had to switch countries there. So
gosh, that's always the hardest part. If any like American voice actors have difficult names after I've gone through all these Japanese names, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
I say
butchered the crap
everything
out of
with a Texas or Spanish pronunciation. I'm like, sorry.
Those are the only two we got. Welcome to San Antonio.
Sorry.
But he plays Shin Karino in Katara Lives Alone, in Hotahori and Shaman King 2021, and the Netherlands in Hetalia World Axis Power.
I feel like I just looked this dude up for something. He's in apparently in Venture Bros.
He is in Venture Bros. I don't remember who he was, but
he's one of the brothers.
He's one of the bros.
No. He is one of the brothers. Oh, he's in Star Wars Visions.
He is in Star Wars Visions, but he's a bunch of background characters. So
yeah,
I didn't bother.
Hinged is like the only one that's like named.
The Japanese voice actor is Takanori Oyama, and they play Kanji in Jinseiken. I didn't know what it was, so I was like, I gotta give you something. Let's go. As for the music in this episode, the piece that Kosei is playing is a Chopin song called Etudes. OP 25, number 5, or Wrong Note. And all of Chopin's etudes are their technical study compositions. So he wrote them to be as difficult as possible and just like threw melody into it. This one in particular was composed in 1837. And it's a series of dissonant minor seconds. And he wrote, it's one of his hardest because it's really easy to play a difficult song if it sounds good. But this one sounds like you're constantly effing it up. So yes, it's very difficult and a very, I guess, kind of appropriate thing for Kase to play because he can't hear it. So it's not like he's going to mess it up because he's like, oh, I'm playing this wrong.
But sometimes that makes it even harder because you have to play it a certain way, even though it sounds... Dissonants are hard.
Yeah.
If you get a dissonant wrong, everyone knows because dissonants have to be so precise.
It's definitely not my favorite song, and I love Chopin. Just a fun piano fact as someone who played piano for several years. Whenever you're learning piano, they give it to you in levels of composers. So you start off with Bach, and then once you're good with Bach, you graduate to Beethoven, and then you graduate to Chopin, and then if you're really good, you go on to Liszt. But you can't really level any of those out until you get here. So fun facts. And then the second song we had in there was Bach, and it was the Well-Tempered Cavalier Book 2 and Prelude number 1 in C major. And this song was written specifically for piano students. So it was made as a piece to help people study. And it's considered to be one of the most important works in the history of classical music because of how well it teaches people disciplines. It was composed in 1722. And then I wrote down this quote from Charlie Brown because it made me really happy.
Yeah, Charlie Brown is very heavily featured in this.
Just, when you're depressed, it always helps to lean your head on your arms. Arms like to feel useful. I thought that was so cute. And I love it. It does make me feel better.
It just makes me feel like I have chubby cheeks.
Squish.
Stop it. You stop it.
Well, episode 8, Let It Ring.
Let it ring.
I'm not going to say Takashi's last name because that's a lot. Takashi and Emi Igawa. See, she's easy. Igawa. These two have strong rivalry with Kase, but what drives them to play the piano?
What drives
them?
What drives them?
What say you?
What say you?
Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't either. All right, here we go. Lauren has collapsed. She must eat now 5 egg sandwiches. All right, here we go. Let it ring. Takashi couldn't have gone. Could have. Wow. Sorry.
Couldn't have not
gone. Reset. Takashi could have gone to Germany to compete, but because the rumor that Kusei was coming back, even though he did this like 2 years in a row, he decides to play this competition again, even though he won it last year, because his goal is to beat and surpass Kusei, because Kusei still holds the title of best, and then he just disappeared. So it is like a personal thing for Takashi to win, which is like personal problems. Takashi plays extremely well. One judge says, by Kusei's mere existence here, it has helped Takashi become the best he can be. So Takashi's playing, blah, blah, blah. The animation style is really, really pretty when they play. They really heavily 3D animate that piano. And it's gorgeous.
Dude, they do it so well. It's so good.
The black-haired girl, which we learned is Emi, says Takashi would have never mastered the piano if it wasn't for Kusei and his urge to surpass him. The girl Emi has been struggling a bit lately, and her teacher says that she is very emotional and that even on the drop of a dime, like if the wind changes, if something happens, it affects her piano playing. And she didn't even make it past the prelims in another competition recently. The littlest thing throws her off. When Emi was 5, she saw Kusei play, and remember it was Kusei's first competition in front of people, and she remembered how tightly wound he was, and he was super stressed, and they're like, oh, he showed emotion, and because he hadn't learned his like robot face that his mom probably saw and quickly corrected. And so he plays, and when he's done, she just starts loudly, openly sobbing in the audience because it was so pretty. And she said that's when she knew her destiny was made clear, that she was going to play the piano. Emi is super emotional of a being, and because of that, it can benefit her playing. We see that she is actually pretty similar to Kaori in how she lets the music flow through her. She says she's playing better again today because Kusei is back. It's like brought passion, this competition's around, she's rejuvenated. It was the person who inspired her to try and learn piano, but she's not like idolizing or wanting to beat him necessarily like what Takashi is doing. She plays, she gets this big standing ovation, and all the judges are like, we've never seen her play like that. Oh my gosh. And we see that Kaori notices that she pours her heart and soul into her playing the piano, just like what she does. And game recognizes game, man.
Game recognizes game.
And then Kaori says, she says all that, and then Emi is just like feeling the moment. She's like, I hope everybody felt this moment, feels what I feel, is touched by this music like how I was. Let it ring. And that is the episode. That's my shortest notes I've ever taken, but it was a lot of listening to music.
Yeah, it was good. And of course, they stopped before Kusei played. So,
of course.
Whatever. Cliffhanger. So here are the voices of this episode. I don't know why I'm so weird today. I'm sorry. I think it's the nap.
All right. Just keep going, man. Keep going. If you talk about any disturbing things, I might freak out.
Well,
I'm on edge.
Did I trigger you?
Yeah, you've got
my trauma.
You got my anxiety like real high right now. Like I could cry, I could laugh, I could throw up. I don't know. There's a lot. I'm like on the edge of something, and I don't know what it is. I'm probably gonna take an anxiety pill tonight.
Of glory?
No. It's not glory.
Hey, there ain't no reason you and me should be alone tonight.
You need to read your dang notes. Read
Emi your dang notes. Ikawa.
Hey, panty liner. I didn't mean panty liner. I was just trying to quote your line earlier, and then when I added the I was like, wait a second.
No, it didn't quite work. Good effort, though. Her English voice actor is Erica Harlinger. Huzzah! Okay. And she plays Shinobu Kocho in Demon Slayer, who is the bigger butterfly lady.
She's yes. There's actually 3. Fun fact.
Oh, well, she's the oldest butterfly? Nope. The middle young butterfly lady. Yeah.
I was like, nope.
She also plays Violet Evergarden in Violet Evergarden.
Violet Evergarden. That's how I feel like you have to say her name. She
plays another best girl on Takamaki in Persona 5, who I accidentally dated in Persona 5 and panicked so bad because I didn't know there was a dating thing. Like, I didn't know you could date people in Persona 5. I just fell into it. And so I panicked and then just turned everything off without saving because I wasn't ready to commit to An. And that was wrong of me. She didn't deserve that.
Wow.
I'm sorry, An.
You ghosted
to be fair, I didn't save it, so she didn't remember that we were together.
In her heart, she remembers. Haven't you watched Free Guy?
Did she though? I also, everything I read about Persona 5 was like, just date everyone. It's not like they're ever gonna like interact with each other. But I couldn't do it because I'm too good of a guy. I had to make a better choice.
Got messed up in the game. You wouldn't have, you played Sims though, right? How'd you play Sims? Oh,
I played Sims 2 a couple of times when I was a kid and I had an Xbox, but I never really enjoyed it. It just wasn't for me.
I loved killing everyone.
Yeah, so did Will. He was telling me, he's like, well, you've never killed anyone in The Sims and it shows. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, you know, you just like make them do this. And then that's what he said. And I was like, that's messed up, man.
Well,
like, who's the real messed up person here? Who's the real messed up person?
I don't know, Scabby.
Ow. Anyway, she also plays Ami Kawashima in Toradora, who's a total jerk.
Oh, you get her.
But whatever.
Whatever. We're not going to talk about her.
And then her Japanese voice actor is Sayori Hayami. I cannot speak today. Oh my god. She plays Mizuki Akimoto in Katara Lives Alone. She also plays Shinobu in Demon Slayer, which I thought was crazy.
That is crazy. They're both in there.
And she plays Fubuki or Blizzard in One Punch Man. So, actually, her name is Blizzard from Hell. That is her hero name.
That's more interesting. I like that.
Yeah, my bad. I left off the From Hell part. I'll work on it.
Hell.
Her English voice actor.
That tickled my throat.
Oh wait, that was her English. No, that was it. I've lost it. This is a new character now.
Okay.
This is Riko Ochai, and this is her piano teacher. Her English voice actor is Dorothy Fawn, and she is familiar because she in fact plays Poco's sister in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood. So go watch episode 2.
Oh! Okay, got it. The little kid sister. Yeah. Who goes missing? Got it. And then slaps Dio. Because
Japanese voice actor is Atsuko Tanaka, and she plays Hanami in Jujutsu Kaisen, who's the rose villain, the flower villain guy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's good. I like him.
She plays Conan in Naruto. Serene in Devilman Crybaby, and most importantly, Lisa in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency. There you go. The music in this episode,
also known as Etude. This episode
is Etude in E sharp minor, OP 10, number 4 by Friedrich Chopin. It's another technical study. And it was actually made to improve the dexterity of your left hand. So there you go. And then it was Etude in A minor, OP 25, number 1, or
OP
Winter
is
Wind.
Opus number, just so you know.
I know, but I can't say that word.
Opus?
I'm not going to try to say it because I always say it wrong and I'm not. I can't.
Opus.
I can't.
How do you say it?
I don't want to talk about it, Bridget. You've already given me enough grief.
Guff and grief. Okay. Well, you gave me grief tonight also. Just let's make that clear. But I will not make you say opus.
Don't make me say it. OP.
You reminded me of Kristen Wiig. Oh, don't make me sing. Nobody's asking you to sing. Don't make me sing while they're playing the piano. They're like, nobody's asking you to sing. And then she doesn't know when to come in.
If that's not the most me thing ever, though, straight up.
That's one of my favorite skits. It's so funny.
I love everything Kristen Wiig does. She's an icon. Make me
sing. And they're like, we didn't ask you.
She's an icon.
Barb Star. Everybody go see it.
Anyway. This I'm not saying it. This OP was I was about to try, but I can't.
I can hear the hesitancy.
I know, I can't. It was written as a study to develop stamina, dexterity, and technique. It was composed in 1836. The melody was added right before publication. It wasn't actually going to be a part of his Etude series. So basically, this song was a total flex. He was like, hey, this is hard. Good luck.
What a jerk.
That's it. That's all I had.
All right.
Nothing crazy.
Cool. Well, next time we're going to watch episodes 9 through 12. 9 is Resonance. 10 is The Scenery I Shared With You. 11 is Light of Life. And 12 is Twinkle Little Star. Not Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Rock star.
Little star. Little babies. That's what I keep doing all the time. Little babies. I love Linda Belcher. Yeah, we don't have any new announcements this week. If you're a Patreon subscriber, supporter, you're gonna get some Naruto episodes that are exclusive to you. That was a good jingle, actually. That was a pretty good. Wasn't planning on jingling, but here I am. My money don't jiggle. It folds. I like the way you wiggle. Oh, show. Anyway. Yeah, so that's that. Cool. Well,
the ends.
Lauren.
Hey.
We love anime.
We love you.
We love you. All right. Bye.
Thank you for watching Gateway Anime Podcast with Bridget and Lauren. Please remember to like, subscribe, and download our episodes. Remember, we also have a Patreon, so if you want to suggest shows for us to watch, make sure you go visit us. Special thank you to Marjorie McClendon for our artwork and designs, and Drew Griffith for all of our music. We hope to see you again next week.